Sons of the Up, Kahan Tazadaq, and I'm coming at you through the Spirit, the Most High, in Christ. And to those that can receive this message, I pray that you receive it. I'm going to try to debunk a lot of the myths that's going on that many of you have actually been playing into, buying into, believing. Right? I'm also live on Facebook, but I'm actually live on the True Disciples of Christ channel right now. Before I get started, I just want to bring out prophecy, right? Because, and I'm going to say this, I have a lot less respect for most of you Israelites daily. You're fake. You really don't believe in the Most High. Humans are so freaking stupid, right? You do what everyone else is doing. You hear some like lie or deception, and then you pick it up and you run with it, and then you repeat it. You're regurgitating the lies, right? Some of you saying the 5G network caused the coronavirus. Well, you know what? I have a degree, man. I worked in the field of information technology for 10 years. I'm a Microsoft certified system engineer. The 5G network is dangerous, but half of you that's talking about that don't know what the hell you're talking about, and you're repeating a lie. So I'm going to touch on that. But the first thing I want to touch on is, where is this so-called government body of Masha Yasha Allah? To all of you Israelites that believed in these men, that sit these men up as so-called elders and leaders over you, where are they? Where are they? Well, what is Mathatha doing to advise you? They set themselves up as a government. What is Mathatha doing to advise you? What is so-called Elder Barak doing? Huh? What about this Mamsmer that sits on the body of Israel that call himself Sakari? What is he doing? He's not supposed to be in it. What are any of these guys doing? They're not ready for this. This is the Most High showing you that these men are not leaders. Where's the contingency plan? They have no contingency plan in place. And what's really it incenses me how many of you Israelites is giving all this credibility to man. Well, man couldn't have done it unless the Most High allowed that thing. It is the Most High, Yahweh, God, that's allowing this thing to take place, man. And so what you see now, people going into a panic, going into a frenzy, they're running in and out of the stores, fighting over toilet paper, punching each other's in the face over water, and so on and so forth. That's fulfilling Bible prophecy. Book of Isaiah 13, verse 8 says, and they will be horrified, and pain and agony will seize them. They will be in anguish like a woman in labor. You know when a woman, when she's in labor, Moshe, the closer that woman get to delivery, the more intensifying that pain becomes, right? When that baby's about to come, those labor pains become closer and closer, right? This is what's happening right now, because you got the governor of New York saying we're going to run out of food supplies. What are we going to do? Why is Washington, D.C., the corporation of Washington, D.C., not doing their job? And terror and pain shall take hold of them. And so you Israelites, you're exacerbating, many of you, you're exacerbating the lie. Sister sent me a message yesterday about the 5G network causing the coronavirus. You humans are so freaking stupid, man. And let me hit you something, man. Most of you Israelites are hypocrites, right? Because what you're doing is you're regurgitating the lie that was started, right? You keep regurgitating the lies. Now, scientific study, right, has revealed that, this 5G network is dangerous, right? But let me tell you some of the things that's going on, right? We're under martial law, and you still got people that's saying that this is not real. Martial law is already in effect in California, man. 40 million people in California, and old praises, may the Most High keep my aunt Eleazar and my brother out there, and my nieces and nephews that's in Cali. May the Most High protect them, because California right now is under a stay-home Order, not a suggestion, but an order. And if they catch you out and it's not for some essential thing, you go into a damn FEMA camp, man. They're going to enforce this thing. This is real. This is not made up. But you still got the buffoonery going around saying that this is made up. California stay-at-home order, right? This is martial law, folks. It's being introduced slowly. So after multiple counties across California ordered their residents to shelter in place, and I'm going to you something. I've been in the military. All of you in the military that was actually in special ops like me, you could attest to what I'm saying is true. These people, when they use phrases like shelter in place, most of you don't comprehend what that means. That doesn't mean that you just stay in a room, right? I mean, in the house. Shelter in place means you are to protect yourself from a chemical or nuclear blast, right? It tells you when we was given a shelter in place, that means you find a room with no windows or anything where you could actually be protected from any kind of chemical or nuclear radiation. So you shelter in place and you don't come out until there's an all clear given. You understand? That's the shelter in place. So you got to really understand the legalese that these people are using. Most of you don't know what the hell is going on, man. This is very, very serious. So when they say shelter in place, then they give you an order to stay at home. The government, let me explain law to you, right? The governor is like the president of his state because his state is his country. You understand? California is a country, right? It's a Republic of California. It's a country. So that governor, he has the authority to invoke martial law, and he already has. He said he better not catch you on the street for anything except for the bare essentials. You understand? So he gave you a stay-at-home order. What you think going to happen if you violate that order? They already got military there, man. We're under martial law. So after multiple counties across California ordered their residents to shelter in place, the governor, Gavin Newsom, he announced last night that he was issuing a statewide. Now we're talking about 40 million people, and you got these clowns that still saying this is made up. A statewide order for people to stay at home. How many of you people know that San Quentin is on lockdown? Inmates in San Quentin's been affected. Inmates in Rikers has been affected. They're talking about releasing people from jail, man. And you think this is a joke? So the order went into effect by the governor of California Thursday night. And he said it will remain in place until further notice, right? This is the first statewide order of its kind to respond in the coronavirus. California is setting the standards. The mayor of New York wanted to invoke it, but the governor Promo is not allowing it to go forth just yet because they're playing the good guy, bad guy role. So California has already ordered its 40 million residents, right? Which are things identified. You are fictions, man. You are corporate wards of the state. And I warned you years ago to become predators. So it's a resident, res is a thing, identified. So a resident is a thing identified. It's not one of the people. You're all chattel property. So California has ordered its 40 million residents to stay at home to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. California ordered its residents, 40 million, to stay at home to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. And as far as enforcement, the governor, he said himself that he don't believe that California residents need to be told through the law enforcement that it's appropriate just to stay home and isolate and protect themselves. So the man is basically telling you, man, if you don't do it, they're going to force you to do it. You're going to end up in a damn FEMA camp. And so, hey, man, this social contract, this social contact, they don't want. He said, this governor said there's a social contract here, right? He said that there's a contract. Understand? Remember, some contracts, my man, words or implied, right? Or some contracts could be viva voce, meaning orally spoken. That's what he's giving you. He's saying this social contract. So the man gave you a contract, right? This social contract, right? He said, people, I think, recognize the need to do more to meet this movement. This is what Newsom said, the governor of California. He said people will self-regulate their behavior. Listen to the man's words, right? They'll begin to adjust and adapt as they have been quite significantly. He said, we will have social pressure that will encourage people to do the right thing. What do you think that social pressure is? It's going to be the damn military, man. You're at war, man. Trump said we're at war. You don't understand the legalese talk, man. Trump said we're at war. In this war, who's the war against? Well, if by law, you citizens were declared enemies of the state, the war must be against you. But you don't know who you are. Hell, you don't even know where you live. You don't even know your damn country. What's your country? What's your country, Steve? Most of you don't know your damn country. You just think you know, but you have no idea. He said, this governor said, we will apply social pressure that will encourage people to do the right thing. Residents, the things identified, the sheeple, because you're not one of the people, you're sheeple, right? He said, residents can go out for essential needs as long as they are practicing social distancing and common sense. This is what the governor said of California. So he said he doesn't want to see you Californians anywhere besides gas stations, pharmacies, grocery stores, and former markets. You can go to the restaurant for a takeout order only. Now, the next thing I want to deal with, right, is this damn lies. And all of you Israelites that keep sending me this damn garbage about the 5G network cause of coronavirus, stop it now. You're damn, humans are so freaking stupid, man. Real talk, man. It incenses me, right? Now, I'm gonna hit you with something, right? Influencers, you got a lot of people going on social media. Many of you are social media damn junkies, right? And it's attacking your damn brain like endorphin, right? It's like a drug. You can't leave it alone. And it's just messing up your damn thinking and your common sense, right? So you got a lot of influencers, and Russia, right, have linked the virus that's sweeping the whole damn globe to the new super fast technology known as 5G. Let me hit you with something. They're wrong, man. And to those of you that don't really know me, listen, man, I have a degree in computer networking and programming, right? The 5G it's potentially dangerous, but it didn't cause no damn coronavirus. One of your first damn theories was black people can't get it. Remember when these simple ass jakes were saying that? Well, that's out of the damn window, right? That's out of the window, right? That's gone. Kevin Durant has it. It's going up and up and up, right? Idris Elba has it, right? Still going up. What is it, like 14 NBA players that have it now? NFL coach has it. It's still going up, but it's made up. It's not real, right? You're wrong. Have any black people gotten it? They were saying beginning. So let's debunk some of these social media myths, right? Now, mention something. 5G was invented in China. So this is why these damn buffoons are linking it to the coronavirus. Yes, the 5G network was invented in China, right? And so what's this Hilson? This woman, and it was a damn nigger woman. Like I'm gonna say it like it is, man. The damn Negro woman that is actually responsible for this, Carrie Hilson. I'm gonna tell you straight, man. The Negro woman need to keep her damn mouth shut damn closed. The Most High has not set you up as no damn leader. And I don't care who don't like it, man. He's not set you up as a leader over our people. The Lord is dealing with the men, man. The Lord is dealing with men, man. I don't give a damn who don't like what I'm saying, but it was a Negro woman that started that, right? Carrie Hilson, right? And she got 4.1 million followers or something like that. So this is where you guys are getting it from. You following Eve, man. Keep following damn Eve, man. You understand? Keep following Eve. So, yeah, the 5G network was started in China. And this woman, Carrie Hilson, she began the damn Instagram post, right? That it launched in November the 1st, 2019 in 50 Chinese cities between 86,000 and 130,000 5G base stations by the end of 2019. So the three largest network operators worked together in a race to be first, right? And so only 5 months after retrieving the 5G license, those videos saw by people in China literally dropped dead out of nowhere. This is what this damn lady was telling you, and you done bought this damn crazy theory, man. And she said, well, these people dropped dead close to the 5G launch. This is all damn conjecture, man. In theory, there's no damn truth to this. Now, according to Live Science, the earliest case, hear me well, family, the earliest case of a monster, that's you, you're humans. You're not one of the people, you're a monster. Go and define the word human in Black Law's dictionary. So in law, you are a damn monster, right? Go and look up, humans going to tell you to see monster, and that's what you are, and that's what the hell you're behaving like, a bunch of damn monsters. This is real, man. I know people that's been affected by this, man, directly, man. Don't tell me no damn 5G network calls. Just a sister's grandma was in her home, haven't even been out. How the hell she get it? She was in intensive care. It must have been transmitted by the damn mailman or someone delivering something to her, man. Get your mind right, King. If you're going to be niggas and not niggers, then you need to get your minds right. So according to Live Science, the earliest case of the humans contracting the coronavirus was actually dated back to November the 17th, 2019 in a province of China. Now, at first, the authorities believed the virus spread from something silent at a wet market, such as seafood, right? But however, scientists now think the coronavirus, also known as SARS-CoV-2, originated in a bat that eventually passed it on to another animal, and then possibly the thing mutated, which eventually passed it to humans. Wuhan is the capital of this province in China. This is why they're calling it, I'm giving you the facts, man. This is why they're calling it the Wuhan virus, right? And many of your Chinese are saying that, hey, that's racist, but it's not racist, man. It's where it started at, right? We're just telling the truth. It's Moab. You know what the Lord has said about Moab and Ammon coming into the congregation? And many of you, I'm going to you something, man. That damn dude in HODC, the house of David, you married to a damn Moabite. You married to a damn Moabite. But anyways, getting back to this, man. So Wuhan is the capital of this province in China, and this is where the coronavirus began spreading rapidly, right? So despite the first case of the coronavirus being dated to November, the talk about the coincidence with the launch of the 5G is limited, right? But this woman, Carrie Hilson, this Negro woman, right, continue in her Instagram posts. She's the one that's fear-mongering you guys, man. So in 2019, a Netflix documentary, Bill Gates himself warned of a global health pandemic. They link all of this together. And if you listen to the damn stories, this is what they're fear-mongering you with, right? This is what they're fear-mongering you with. So In the 2019 documentary that's on Netflix, Bill Gates himself warned of a global health pandemic that would originate in China. So researchers and organizers have done studies, made petitions, and issued warning of the dangers of the 5G over the past few years. Now, a quick search will produce that. This is what this woman is fear-mongering you guys with, right? Residents of Australia have filed assault charges against phone companies and won. All this from Carrie Hilson that's telling you guys this. So lastly, while we were wondering if the virus was restraint to melanin as Africans, right? She said Africans went untouched. But you guys are not talking about that part of her post. She said it doesn't affect Africans, right? You're not talking about that part of her post. That was a damn folly, because when black people started to get it, she said people with melanin couldn't get it. So for quite a while, right? It could have been that Africa is not a 5G region. That's what she was saying, right? You understand? And you guys fell for. So it's true that coronavirus family originated in China. And in November, right? China launched one of the world's largest 5G networks, according to BCC, right? It is also true that Africa doesn't have nearly as many cases of the coronavirus as China. How many of you know that Italy has passed China in their cases now? It doesn't have as many as Iran or even the United States. That's true. It is also true that certain sources have warned against the issues related to the 5G networks. I warned you of that in my video. But 5G didn't cause no damn coronavirus, man. According to scientists, right, the wireless radiation known as 5G will employ millimeter waves for the first time, in addition to microwaves that have been used in older cellular technologies. You understand? Do you understand the difference? It's using millimeter waves instead of microwaves, right? 2G through 4G, right? That's old cellular technology that use microwave technology. But the new 5G is going to use the millimeter waves. So given limited research, 5G will actually require cell antennas every 100 to 200 meters, exposing many people to millimeter radiation. Now, Scientific America has actually continued that millimeter waves are mostly absorbed within a few millimeters of a human skin and in the surface of the layer of the corona, right? So short-term exposure can actually have adverse physiologically effects in the nervous system, the immune system, and the cardiovascular system. So the research suggests that long-term exposure may pose health risks to the skin, like melanoma, the eyes, right? And it could cause infertility, or it could cause, someone to be sterile. Now, from this Carrie Hilson perspective, one might argue that 5G network, and this is what you are doing. This is you Israelites are doing. You're picking up this Carrie Hilson damn lie. And you got damn Edomites jumping on board, and you damn jakes, you're following these Edomites. You understand? You're following Esau. You claim to hate him, but hey, man, you follow every damn thing that he says. And the Negro woman, I had a damn jake, a damn Mason come on my show last night talking about the nigger woman is God. You understand? Come on, man. So from all of you that's following this woman, Carrie Hilson, her perspective, you're making an argument that 5G networks could be affecting or even weakening the immune system. And you sent me that damn video. Don't send me that video anymore, man. Don't send me the damn video anymore. All of you that's been sending the video, humans are so damn stupid. You regurgitate something that everyone else is saying. Be a damn individual. It's okay to think for yourself. Stop regurgitating everything, man. But from your Kerry Hilson's perspective, you're making arguments that the 5G network could be affecting or even weakening the immune system, making room for viruses like the coronavirus, right? But this doesn't adequately speak to how the virus was formed in the first place. You understand? Think for yourselves, people. Think for yourselves. Even Scientific America explained since 5G is a new technology, there is no research on the health effects. So why are you flying blind on the damn 5G network? Why are you buying into this madness? There are politicians, right? I'm gonna hit you something, right? There are politicians across the country who are fighting to have more studies done on the effects of the 5G. Cities like Portland, Oregon, right? It passed a resolution requesting the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, update its research into potential health risks of the 5G. A few Bay Area towns like Mill Valley, right, even went back to block carriers from developing 5G infrastructure. But let's deal with the wired technology, right? Few 5G services will use higher frequency in the near future. And there is a little reason to think that the frequencies are more harmful than any other type of electromagnetic radiation, such as visible light, right? So as for concerns surrounding these millimeter waves, Wired explained that, you know what I mean, these carriers like T-Mobile, Sprint, and other companies have been using alternatives to millimeter waves for their 5G networks, such as a band of low frequencies originally used for broadcast television. So they're not using the millimeter waves, are they? Are you a technician? Can you determine it or not? So stop the damn lies. You're just regurgitating what you heard the Negro woman say in Esau. Most of you jakes are damn puppets, man. You're puppets. Even when carriers roll out more millimeter wave coverage, you still won't need to be overly concerned. Radio waves, visible light, and ultraviolet lights are all part of the electromagnetic spectrum. So you may as well throw away your damn flat screen TV that you got. You understand? Throw it away. You damn simpletons. The high frequency parts of the spectrum, including X-ray and the gamma rays, are what is known as iononing radiation. See, this is the scary kind of radiation, right? It can actually break molecules, bonds, and cause cancer. Millimeter waves and other radio waves, along with visible light, are considered non-ionizing, right? Meaning that they don't break molecules, bonds. They are higher frequency than the traditional broadcast frequencies, but they're still below the frequencies of visible light and far below the ions and radiation such as short waves, ultraviolet light, X-rays, and gamma rays. Do you understand? Do you understand? But those people, these buffoons like Kerry Hilson and all of you others that's been sending me that damn video, are still convinced that 5G doesn't, they're still not convinced, should I say, that 5G doesn't affect the health or concoction of the coronavirus. They're saying that 5G is causing a coronavirus. So this woman, Kerry Hilson, she gave some suggestions on her Instagram, right? This is the damn nonsense that she said. You can protect your home and your family by going to your phone, setting to disable LTE under cellular data options, which knocks your data speed down to 3 or 4G. I mean, to think that you damn Israelites got on board with this, right? She said go to the top right corner. It will show you which network you're on. Also, turn your phone on airplane mode. or power them off when not in use or while you sleep, and keep them away from your bodies as much as possible during the day. And then she ends, this damn clown, Carrie Hilson ended with, I am not an expert on anything. Quote, this is a think piece. Quote. And you can go and check a damn post out for yourself if you're that you can see I'm not making this up if you're doubting what I'm saying. And again, there's still more research being done on 5G and its health effects, right? However, folks, Israel, people weren't willing to wait for scientific study. You damn clowns, right, on social media immediately just jumped on board. And some of you jumped on board with her saying 5G released the coronavirus. And I'm cutting a lot of you right now. You won't even admit it. You won't even admit it, but you know it's true. See, this woman, Carrie Hilson, actually believes 5G network caused the coronavirus. That's damn ludicrous. This is why, I'm telling you folks, this is why we should be worried about the platform that fame gives otherwise stupid celebrities who happen to have their own one or two talents. This is why you got to watch out for people like this, man. Carrie Hilson, she's just an American damn singer. She got 4.1 or 4.2 million followers on her Twitter. And she sent that tweet out, and it got all of you about this 5G network. She wrote, the tweet exactly says, and I quote, people have been trying to warn us about the 5G for years. Petitions, organizations, studies. What we're going through is the effects of radiation. 5G launched in China November the 1st, 2019. People dropped dead. End of quote. That's what the woman said. Fear-mongering. Now, others on Facebook, a lot of you damn social media addicts, you social media terrorists, that's what I'm going to call you, because you're fear-mongering and you're not dealing with any facts, man. You're not dealing with facts. I deal with actual facts, man. You got other clowns that picked up the buffoonery, right? On YouTube and on Facebook, including an anti-5G Facebook group. They got it out there. Have also shared false claims, videos going around. Facebook username Ben Mackey, right? Earlier stated he linked 5G to the coronavirus, saying in part that it's not actually a virus. Some of you probably seen the damn video. They're saying a virus can't be airborne. The virus is not airborne. The virus has to be injected into your system by a vaccination. It's the 5G that's killing people. It's not the virus. That's what they're saying. Some of you probably saw the damn video. Damn Israelite woman sent it to my damn page, man. I don't want that damn garbage, man. Don't send that garbage to me, man. You people are simple as hell, man. And you get me sick to my damn stomach. Humans are so freaking stupid, Daiwi, man. Real talk, man. These damn humans are so damn stupid. You follow what everyone else is doing. Be an individual. It's okay to think for yourself. But some of you probably saw the videos surfacing around. Israelites, you're supposed to be believers in the Most High, man. This is Yahweh's work, man. This is God's work. It's the Most High that's allowing this thing to take place. Isaiah 13, verse 8 says, pains and terrors shall take hold of them. So they don't know what to do. They're fabricating all kind of stories, right? It's God's work, man. The Most High is using the wicked to launch this against you, man. And it's getting them. Many of them are being taken out. Don't you know damn near 4,000 people in New York State has been affected by this now? And the death toll is up to 26. You understand? You got over 39,000 cases in New York. Death toll's up to 26 in New York City. Now they're asking 75% of the people not go to work, right? 35,000 in New York City alone is affected. A total of 39,000 in New York State. 23. I'm gonna hit you with something, man. Moshe, good brother. I love you, brother, but you better stay the hell off of that MTA, right? Stay off of the damn New York public transportation. I'm gonna hit you with something, man. I seen the picture that you sent where the train was empty, and that's a good thing because I don't know if you know, to all you New Yorkers, 23 MTA workers has been affected by this virus. 23. Be careful getting on this damn public transportation, man. Be careful. Be careful getting on this public transportation. So, all you people that's spreading these lies on Facebook and so on and so forth, like this guy, the Facebook Ben Mackey that created the damn group, he said they're trying to get us scared of a fake ass virus when it's a 5G tower being built around the world. Come on, Israel, I thought you believe in the Most High. Why the hell are you following Esau? It shows you who you are, man. When you're in the trenches, man, your mind is weak, man. You really think a damn 5G network is spreading this, man? Then we're all dead then, man. Do you understand? But you love trusting in oppression, man. You love trusting in oppression. But this guy, he said, this guy, he also claimed that Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates invented the technology and that it's an effort to depopulate the world. This guy Mackey said this, a damn Edomite. And he said that and I'm interested something, man. All you guys that listen to this damn guy, Yusuf L, he's part of this, right? He's part of the damn conspiracy theory group. I told you about listening to a lot of these damn so-called sovereign people, man. If these people are not coming from the spirit of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, don't listen to them, man. Stay the hell away from them because the only thing they're doing is following some Edomite militia group. That's all they're doing, man. The spirit's not moving with these men, man. The spirit's not moving with Yusuf L, man. You see how many damn Edomites he have on his show, man. You understand? And he's following them. The only thing this man do is post someone else's videos, right? And get other guests come on the show. I'm gonna tell you straight. I don't give a damn who don't like it, man. You understand? So they want you to believe that Esau is causing this. The Lord's using Esau against you, man, because you're wicked. You don't want to repent from your wicked ways, man. That's what it is, man. And so this guy Mackey, he said that the vaccine being developed for the coronavirus is actually chips that's going to be implanted in people. Now, if you go to a fact checker, experts have claimed that the story about the 5G has no credence scientifically. And it's certainly, as I stated, the 5G is a potential dangerous. But what these Edomites is doing, what this girl, Carrie Hilson is doing, they're creating potential distractions, right? With this misinformation, right? They don't want you to focus on controlling the COVID-19 epidemic. That's what they're doing. They're doing this for social media fame, while this is about folks' lives, man. This is about folks' lives, man. People are literally dying, man. First, they said blacks couldn't get it. What happened? Jay got it. So either you're going to believe in the Most High Israel or you're not, right? Sure, there's health concerns about the 5G. I wouldn't deny that. But to say that it's causing this? This guy, Ben Clark, who serves for the Federal Communications Commission, he tweeted that Hilson's effort to link the 5G to the coronavirus is straight from the most dangerous depths of the tinfoil hatland. And the man also noted that the COVID-19 is a virus that's spreading person-to-person contact, not by radio waves. And he related that the FCC and the Food and Drug Administration, the Environmental Protection Agency, all says 5G is not doing it. Now, we're not going to trust in ESOR, but come on, man. 5G, yeah, it's a new super fast wireless technology that's been rolling out across the globe. In the United States, major cities like New York, Dallas, they have 5G networks in place already. And it's live in areas like China and the UK. It is a health concern. But ever since the companies that first started talking about the 5G, there's been concerns expressed by some people about the technology's impact on the health. That's a fact. That's a fact. They're concerned about it because this millimeter wave runs very high frequency radio waves. So those signals can travel long distance, which requires towers to be placed close together and installed in more locations. So that has actually reignited worries that the radio waves could produce harmful radiation that will cause brain cancer, reduce fertility, cause headaches, and other illnesses. So the FDA and the FCC are saying that there's nothing to be worried about. Most studies have found a link between the radio frequency signals from cell phones or cell towers and diseases. And the agencies stood on that. But because 5G is so new, there is no definite way to know if it will cause long-term health problems. So your cell phone's already causing it. Do you understand? What can be definitely stated is the 5G doesn't cause the spread of a damn virus. So stop that. Stop it now. It's a ridiculous concept. And that's ridiculous. A coronavirus, let me hit you something, man. A coronavirus is a type of virus that spreads from person to person contact. It doesn't travel through something like a radio wave. You can't get something from using your cell phone or watching your damn television, right? Oh, it's got coronavirus coming through the TV. Come on, man. Have you seen these coronaviruses? They look like spike rings when viewed under an electron microscope and are named for these spikes, which are halo or crown. Corona in Latin means crown, right? Around the viral envelope. So the coronavirus was first detected in China. This is why they're linking it to the 5G network, because it first came out in China, in Wuhan, China. That's where the coronavirus first came from. The virus initially known as the 2019 nCoV was reported to the World Health Organization December the 31st and had actually been under investigation ever since. So other coronaviruses include SARS, MERS, and so on and so forth. The World Health Organization has actually labeled the coronavirus, this new one, a pandemic, and the virus's spread has caused countries around the world, including the United States, to take drastic measures like closing schools, restaurants, and so on and so forth. And so, family, for you to, oh, well, the coronavirus is what's causing, the coronavirus is caused by the 5G network. That's off as hell, man. That's off as hell. Come on, man. Get your minds right. Get your minds right. So I'm gonna, to those on YouTube, if someone wants to call in and speak on this, if you're one of those people that believe that this is caused by the 5G network, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to call in. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to call in. So you can click this link right now. On Facebook, I can't do this, but on YouTube, I can. You click on that link right now. You call in. Got something to say? Speak up. Speak out right now, man. Speak your piece. Think the 5G network's causing the coronavirus? You people really don't believe in the Most High, man. I'm going to tell you straight. Most Israelites don't. Where's your government of Masha Yasha Allah? What are they doing? What have they done throughout this? They're supposed to have a contingency plan in place. Where is it? What is a bot doing for you? Where's that Negro now? What is the house of David doing for you? So any of you want to call in, speak up? Speak up now. Speak up. You've been talking over social media, engendering more fear in the people. You got people that's dying, man. This is real, man. It's not no game. This is very, very real. Anyone on YouTube, on the True Disciples of Christ, to those of you that's on Facebook, you want to call in, go on YouTube, go to the True Disciples of Christ channel, and you can click on the link. It'll bring you in the back room. I'll let you speak. You can speak right now. You want to speak. But we're going to stop the foolishness, man. We got to stop this madness, man. Mr. Misunderstood. Call in. Speak your piece, King. Mr. Misunderstood. Call in. Hey, James William, come on over to Facebook and call in. I mean, to YouTube and call in. The link's in the room right there. I'm saying to call in, but you're literally not calling. You're clicking on this link that I'm. Hold on. You know what? Let me see if I can post this overhead, man. So any of you that want to speak out now. But stop the madness. Hey, call in, Mr. Misunderstood. Speak your piece, man. People need to hear it from you. Not just in the chat room. You click on that link. Click on this link right here. You're able to speak up. Ask the people that hasn't been near 5G, that has it, and doesn't have 5G, that has a coronavirus. Did the 5G network cause it? Stop playing, man. It's simple, man. Just really, you know, humans are just so stupid, man. And I'm not a human, because I'm not a monster. I'm actually a living soul. You got Jake that's going around making a damn comical video about the coronavirus. How do you think people feel? I mean, the video, I mean, it's funny, right? But how do you think people feel that's, you know, had a family member die by that? Do you think that's funny to them? That's not funny to them, man. So when you do certain things, man, you got to use a little damn common sense, man, and take certain things into consideration, man. You know, you're making videos about this stuff. There's people's parents that's died now. Do you really think that video is funny to them? It's not funny to them. The sister that's on my Facebook page that her grandma had it, you think that video is going to make her laugh? No, it might make her cry. Do you understand? So, you know, Jake needs to start thinking before he does things, man. But she does things. Start running off at the mouth like Carrie Hilson, saying the 5G caused it. And now so many, you know how many people was affected by that? A lot of you was literally affected by that, man, because you sent me the video. So don't say you wasn't affected by it. Yeah, we dealing with facts, man, over here. We're not dealing with no conspiracy theories, man. You got people dying from this, man. And so the people that surviving it are the people with the strong immune system. I mean, let's deal with common sense, right? Let's take away Bible and all of that, right? Let's deal with common sense for a second, right? Do you really think Esau is his damn airport is in jeopardy? They're not making any money, right? They're asking for a $50 billion bailout. He shut down his sports arenas. They keep you distracted with sports. Do you really think he's doing that on purpose? Do you really think that? Do you really think they want to lose that much fiat? You got businesses that's not going to come back from this, man. A lot of people are going to go out out of business behind that. Do you really think all of these people are in compliance with this? I mean, come on, man. Think. And the question remains, where's the government of Yasha Allah behind all of this? Hey, I'm against vaccinations. Hey, call in, Slee. I'm utterly against vaccinations. My sons has never, none of my sons has actually ever been vaccinated. I'm utterly against it. The brother asks, what do I think about vaccination? Don't get it. Don't get it. As far as I'm concerned, that's my opinion. I don't get it. My sons don't get it. We don't get vaccinated. I don't trust Esau like that. Why don't you call in and speak on that, Silos? You call in and speak. Why are people afraid to speak out? This is a venue giving you an opportunity. Hey, Shalom, Mark Kelly. To all of you that's on Facebook, you could come over to YouTube, the True Disciples of Christ channel, if you want to speak. I would prefer that you speak so other people could hear your perspective and not just mine. You just click on the link as you come in the room, and you can speak up. To the people that's on the YouTube right now, you can speak up. No one wants to speak. Everyone's afraid. No one wants to show their face. Might be too late. Might wish you had that opportunity 2 weeks from now. What are you going to do when they run out of food? When there's no more food in the supermarkets, right? It's coming to that. New York's concerned about that. What are you going to do then? What are you going to do when you're on lockdown like California? When they shut it all the way down? When they tell you don't come out of your house? What are you going to do then? So anyone want to speak up? Here's your opportunity. Click on the link. It brings you in the back room. You can speak up. Understand some of you might be at work. You might be working from home because regardless to whom or what, Esau is still going to control you. Esau is still going to control you, even from your home. I heard the woman saying on the radio, I can't send you the link on Facebook. They don't block me because they don't want my messages to get out. That should tell you something right there. Like I can't message you on Messenger because Facebook then block me. They don't want this to get out. They want the lies to keep spreading, the fear mongering to keep spreading. That's how that's a good foundation to determine whether or not you're telling the truth, man. They're trying to shut the truth down. They let the lies go forward. So again, you want to call in, click on the link, speak up, be heard. Can't send you the link over Facebook, so you got to come into the room on the True Disciples of Christ on YouTube. So if no one, wants to speak up, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. But stop buying into the lies about the 5G causing this. This is real. Whether or not it was created is insignificant at this point. Fact is, a lot of people are getting affected, and it's taking a lot of people out. That's the facts. That's dealing with the actual facts. So it doesn't matter if it was created by a man or whatever. It's the Lord that's allowing this thing to occur. Hey, go ahead, brother.
Hey, how's it going?
BC.
Shalom. Shalom, my brother. How you doing?
What's going on with
Hey,
you,
I was on Facebook last night, right? And it was a post that had on the railroad trailers, like those black pipes.
Right.
And it had the COVID-19 on there. What's that about? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I seen that on the train also, man, a while ago, right?
Right.
I put it in the video. I mean, that could be coincidental, man. I mean, we don't know when that was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't know that. Understand this, King, right? Let's say if this thing was man-made, right?
Right.
Let's say if it was fabricated in some laboratory, right? That is insignificant at this point, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people are getting it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. For real. I was just wondering what your thoughts on it because it surprised me. I was just like, what? You
Yeah,
know,
I
so
put it in a video, brother, a few days ago. Yeah, I saw that, right? But it could be coincidental. It could be. I mean, come on, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, let's say they created it. It's beyond their control right now. Because we're
that's
getting,
that's the
I'm
truth.
saying, let's
That's the truth.
Rikers Island CO got it, spreaded it to the inmates.
Wow.
Now in San Quentin, half of the damn prison is locked down because it's gotten inside of there. Down in California, they're letting people out of the county jail. The mayor de Blasio in New York is saying people that don't have really serious offense to let them out because of the spread of this damn virus. Do you really think they're gonna do that? You know how much fiat they make off of us in jail and in prison, man? They're not gonna do that, man.
It's just like what you just said not too long ago. You know, he's not Jake, whatever you want to call him. He's not going to lose all this money over some bullshit. So
Right.
this is real. This is not a joke. It's not a joke.
Yeah, man. You know, and I'll be honest with you, man. I've been having like headaches, sniffing. I had to, you know what I mean, start, you know, detoxing and make sure. You know what I mean. You never know, man. But I tell you, I ain't going to no damn station. You know what I mean?
But everybody got to remember one thing. This is allergy season too. So
right. But you know
know
what I'm saying, King? They're gonna look at you if you sniffing it. Oh, he got it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's where we at right now. You think that's where we at.
Top of paranoia. Top of paranoia.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what it is, man.
Well, hey, it's nice talking to you, brother. You know, this is what's up. So you have a good day. You know what I mean?
All right. Be safe, man.
All right.
All right, Slim. Hey, Joe Moore, go ahead. What you got, man? Joe Moore, you're muted. What do you think about all this, Joe Moore? Can't hear you. And by the way, Joe Moore, that the person that I know that has it is in Detroit. It was in Detroit. So I mean, anyone else? I can't really hear Joe. Anyone else that wanna you know, call in, speak up, man. Speak up, man. Don't be afraid to speak, man. You may not have a chance to later, man. You know, all jokes aside, man, just hope that you don't end up with it, man. But if you do, that it's not, you know, vital. I mean, vitally crucial. Yeah, I can't hear you, Joe Moore. Your mic or something is not working. But yeah, man, this is serious, man. This is real. There's no way, a Shalom Kelly, there's no way that they would take a loss like this to their system. You know, businesses are going out of business. Airport, bankrupt. You can fly from New York. I don't know if you know. If you doubt me, go and check it out now. You can fly now, right now. I can fly from New York to California for $30. Round trip, $62. When have you heard of that? From New York to California, usually will cost me like $500 to $600, man. You're doing that for $30. Round trip, $62. But it's made up, huh? What do you think about that, Kelly? What do you think about that, James? Call in. Come over on YouTube and call in, man. Speak up. Yeah, Joe Moore, your mic's not your mic's not working. Hey, call in, Combi. You said something about the 5G. I'm gonna post the link right here. You call in, speak up. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with your software, Joe. You might want to check it out, man. Elder Moshe, what's going on? You at work? You at work, Elder Moshe? What do you think about this, Elder Moshe? They saying that Still not real. They're saying the 5G technology caused it. Wow. What do you think about all that, Moshe? I think is BS. I think it's a bunch of BS. No 5G network is causing this.
How's it going?
What's going on?
Yeah, the 5G thing caught me this morning, so I was just wanting to tell you what I've heard.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's probably like a YouTube video or something, but about the 5G. Just it's in schools or whatever. And I was sitting one day in my kid's classroom, and I seen this white thing on the ceiling. It's probably like a one of those ports where they put the 5G out, but I'm not sure. But nobody knows anything. I don't know anything. I just hear stuff. About one thing that really kind of like set me off was if you have if you might be carrying the coronavirus or whatever you want to call it. But if the 5G, if you're around that, it'll amplify it and activate it.
Right. Yeah, that's what they're saying.
I thought that was kind of wild too.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, man, and that's a lie. But you know what? And again, the 5G deals with the millimeter waves, right? And so those kind of waves are, supposedly dangerous. But the reason that they're linking it to, again, it's this black woman, Carrie Wilson, that pretty much started this rumor on her damn Instagram page. Because the same time that the first case of the coronavirus was came out in Wuhan, China, is around the same time period they released that 5G network. And she was telling people, a lot of people dropped dead behind that. But they can't literally link that together. You see what I'm saying? And the 5G network, so how do you explain it? Because it's in Africa now, right? And you got people in Africa that has it. There's no 5G networks there in that area. A brother called from Kenya the other night on my call, and he said people in Kenya has it. There's no 5G network over there, right there in that area.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's a theory, but you know what? There's someone that I know personally, an old lady. She's in her late 70s. She rarely leaves home. She's not on the internet or anything like that. She had it and ended up in ICU. So they took her to ICU, got her some oxygen. They sent her back home to what? Possibly die? Because what she's going to do, going to affect other people. And the only way she could have possibly gotten that is from the mailman, because the mailman hands her mail or someone else that came around there. So the 5G couldn't have done that.
What do you think about the spraying the virus? I don't want to call it the Wayne chemtrail, but now they're calling it global engineering. What do you think about that?
What was that?
What do you think about it being sprayed, dispersed in the sky?
Hey, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Me, I'm just taking caution because you know what? Yesterday I was sniffing. And I don't know what the hell because I've been trying to keep my family home, and I've been the one that's actually going out, right? So
me too.
I was sniffing, and I got a headache. But I just started. I believe in I don't take medication. I just resort to herbs. So I took some herbs, and I woke up this morning. It's all gone away. But yesterday I was sniffing, and there was a couple people that I was kind of close to that had the damn sniffles. I don't know why they was out in public. So when I got back home, I was sniffing. I was like, yo, I need to detox my body. So I've been kind of like doing a cleanse, and now I feel all right. So I think you should keep your immune system up. But here's the thing. If you're kind of youthful, it may not be a fatality for you, but you could be like asymmetric, which means you're a carrier of the virus. And you may not have no symptoms. But what that could cause is that you could be a carrier like those people during the spring break. They could get infected with the virus, and then they go and take it back to one of their elderly parents or grandparents, and that could be a fatality for them. See, that's where the danger lies.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, others may be asymmetric, no symptoms whatsoever. Case in point, like Tom Hanks, he had it over, in Australia, and they had him on quarantine, and he said he had flu-like symptoms. He's feeling real bad, but the black guy, Idris Elba, he also tested positive, but he said he don't have any symptoms, so he's probably asymptomatic. So that means he could transfer it to his wife, right?
Asymptomatic? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
right,
saying?
right. Asymptomatic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he could transport that to his wife, right?
Yeah, that's why we're voluntarily quarantining here, my family. So my wife, she works hand in hand. She's a hairstylist, so she was touching people from airports and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And so she said, I got to run. Her boss was like, not even telling them to leave. So they were like, well, work. You can work and you're not getting sick yet. So like we have that kind of intuition. Our gut. That tells us, hey, we got to go home. We're not safe. So we're here chilling out. Um, I'm a former Marine, so it's like I got my MREs and water.
Oh yeah. Where'd you get those?
I was at the supply store down in my hometown, and they were running out of MREs, so I got the last 2 cases. So there's another guy that was with me, and I had one case anyways because I was I'm just a Boy Scout, and so I got the last 2 cases, and from the supply store, and he said I got another order, and I don't know if they're gonna refill that order. So I said, hey, I'm just gonna get 2 cases. I'm not gonna be crazy. But if it comes down to it, I'm just going to get the water filtration system and use city water because I don't want to go to the stores,
Right.
It's getting crazier by the day. Not to be, scaring people, but supplies are limited. So
Right. Yeah.
But I think that I've been studying this the global engineering for a while, and I talked to or I listened to Dane Whittington. Global Engineering Network, and he's saying he's on the fear mongering side, but I think he's got good information. So I try not to listen to him every day, but I think if you're outside and you feel kind of weird, and I had a headache the other day. I don't know if it was just kind of chilly out, but I do have allergies, and I couldn't stay out there anymore. I just got inside, and I told my family, let's go in, and I felt that headache for about an hour. So I don't know what the hell that was.
Hey, if I can just interject for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, I also had headaches and stuff like that. But I mean, I sat back, analyzed everything, it's definitely the pot is boiling. There's a lot of things that I think is attributing to this whole pandemic situation that we're having right now. It's flu season. The pollen, spring came in early. I'm in North Carolina, and so spring came in early. We're at the spring equinox. So it's flu season, common cold, and also, by judging how, because of the pandemic, how people started going to the stores and the stuff they were buying,
Right.
We don't eat right anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The nutritious stuff was just left at the shelves, and people just picked up processed food. So that's another thing. I think it's just the pot boiling.
Hey, I'm glad
I'm
glad you noticed that, brother, because I didn't have a problem getting food because they left all of the healthy food there.
True.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is not a problem. It's not really affecting me.
Exactly. I'm into my sea moss and my bladder rack, and I got my moringa, and also I eat a little meat too here and there. Yeah, I eat a little meat here and there too. But I think it's just the pot boiling. A couple of months ago, I think a year ago, there was a lot of fires in the Amazon, in Africa, Australia, even in California. That depleted 20% of the oxygen level in the whole earth, in Mother Nature. And then on top of that, the technology, yes, I don't say 5G is the cost of it, but 5G also, that technology, high technology, has an effect on the body. It does, because it does, the frequency is 60 megahertz, and that's the same thing as oxygen. So if you're depleting the earth of oxygen, and then it is being replaced by a lot of this technology, of course you're gonna get sick, you're gonna have some symptoms. You know what I'm saying? That technology, that's that happened in ancient time, and it's happening all over again. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just the pot boiling. A lot of things are playing part on this, and I think that the government is using that as to say, hey, it's martial law. They don't want to tell you out martial law.
Right. They
They
introduce.
don't want to say, hey, it's martial law. Stay your butt inside. They don't want to tell you that. So what they do is they say, hey, it's a pandemic. These people got, and yeah, it's flu season. I got flu before from touching somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think that, it's a lot of things involved in this. A lot.
What do you think about that, being a former Marine?
I think that
martial law.
it's ramping up. So our world is way different than it was, and there's a turning point. I think that all the technology and inhumanity. I think that we're already in the prison and not even knowing it. We just don't want to face it.
Let me ask you this: like being a Marine, were you ever actually in combat?
No, I didn't. I did not. I got out. My fate is one thing. My life was in shambles, and then I got divorced. Luckily, my life turned against the war, so I did not go in the war. I was a reservist. So.
Oh yeah, I was in combat 2 times. But yeah. I applied to the Marines the first time when I during the invasion. But yeah, so I ended up as objective. I ended up as his objective because I just.
So you know about the biological warfare that was used in the military, and you know about the technology, the sound wave frequency used in the military. So you know about this.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, a lot of technology first come out in the armed forces, and then it leaks out to the public. People know that because they experiment first on soldiers.
Did you know that?
Huh?
The 5G was literally used in the military as a weapon.
Oh yeah. All technology is first used in the military. It's the experimental ground for everything. All technology, even vaccines, all of that stuff. Military,
I don't know. I just think that be blissfully ignorant right now with my family because we don't need that panic. But I'm ready to do what it takes. When that time comes, if it gets worse, we got to find something else to do because if we're raided, our homes is all we got left right now. We're just secluded, and if they say get out of your house, where the hell are we gonna go, man? I just have the supplies in my family. I hate that the spring break has to be like that for my kids. My kids are.
I think they're careful. I don't think it's gonna get to. I don't think it's gonna get to that point. But I think they're very careful. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get it to that point. Concentration camps and all that shit. But I don't think it's gonna get that far.
But I'm gonna hit you with something, brother. You may not know. They already brought in UN soldiers through Maine. They're bringing in the United Nations soldiers through Maine, and they activated the FEMA civilian organization down in Atlanta a few weeks ago.
They're getting ready. Okay.
It's real. It's real. And just about every state now, man, has the National Guard on standby. The governor in California, he pretty much enforced martial law last night. He said everyone is on a stay-at-home order. Wow. And the only thing we better see you out for is gasoline, food, or the restaurant. That's it. So they're going to be stopping you. So being prior to service, understand what that means. That means they're going to have checkpoints, and they're going to check these people. Why are you out here? If you're not out there, he already said they're going to enforce it. You see what I'm saying? They're going to enforce it. So you know what I would suggest? And I already have this. I have my rucksack. I have my wet weather gear. I mean, I have,
Same here.
Yeah, I've been prepared for this for a minute. And this is a book that I would suggest that everyone get and resort to the forest. This shows you how to the plants and things is actually edible, because many of the things that we think is bad for us out in the forest, we need to know which foods that we could actually eat for survival, which ones we could eat for medicine, and that's all in this book right here, man. That's all.
And that's what it's about, survival. That's great. Yeah. I'm gonna get that. Yeah.
I got the old field manuals and everything too.
All right.
Survival for the Marines. I kept all that stuff. I'm a hoarder.
Right.
Yeah. But what do you guys think about the new information the Patriots, the white hats. Do you hear about this intel
That's
about?
another problem. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know something, and that's been amping up too. You know, because of the whole Trump, administration. You know, when Trump came, he took advantage of that. And there's a lot of groups out there, and I know from growing up, I saw there's a lot of patriot groups, and they're about the Constitution, and they want to get everything back to the original Constitution, because that Tazadaq about the different Constitution that came to play, that were not in the original Constitution from the original one, and there are people out there, and there's a global reset, currency reset, and you got people that are going against the black nobility. And you got a lot of war. They're having war battles amongst themselves, and we're caught in the middle of this shit.
Hey, what's your name, brother?
Silos.
No, the other one, the Marine. You said that. What was you saying about the militia groups now?
Well, I'm part of a National Liberty Alliance, and that's like a common law.
Oh yeah,
I'm voluntary. I'm not too active, but I listen in on calls, and I listen to some of the intel, not that they give, but I look around on YouTube, and there's some that say that this is a good time to do the reset while we're here and nobody's in the streets, and they're going to take down some of the forces that were the central bank, and while we're secluded, so then we're not on the streets while they take all these people down. And so some people won't know that it'll just happen, but some people like us that are looking for answers have heard that already. So I just think that's a shred of hope. But on the other side, there's people thinking that it's a total takeover, and the Patriots are being played. So I don't know who to listen to. I just see the signs.
Yeah. So a lot of these so-called patriots. Any of you ever heard of the King Alfred plan?
No.
Rex 84, King Alfred plan. That was a plan to wipe out all black citizens, so-called black people. Yeah, that's the King Alfred plan. Bill. Cooper,
okay.
Bill Cooper was talking about that. You ever read any Bill Cooper stuff? Go and check out some of Bill Cooper's stuff. Rex 84, the King Alfred plan. Yeah. So
it's been a while since I heard that one, but yeah.
He put that in that book, Behold the Pale Horse.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard of that. I've heard of that book.
Yeah. He put out a lot of information. He was a former naval intelligence officer. He put out a lot of information. I think that's why they eliminated it.
And because of the information age that we're living in now, a lot of this stuff is coming out, and people are getting hip to it. And there's a lot of protests out there. There's a lot of groups trying to win back their rights and stuff like that. I mean, like, I didn't understand one thing. They said this coronavirus can survive in the heat and stuff. Now, my parents are from Puerto Rico, from Borinquen, but I'm a Boricua. But my grandfather from Sudan is African, who settled in Puerto Rico. Now, this is the thing. Puerto Rico is warm weather, not too much of the flu happening, but these people protest a lot. I mean, they just sit out the government. And then all of a sudden, they're on lockdown for 30 days because of the coronavirus. And I'm like, wait a minute. There's not too many cases in Puerto Rico coronavirus, but I can understand you want to lock these people down because they like to protest a lot. You know what I'm saying? And this is the time to suppress a lot of groups, nations, and stuff that's gonna start protesting. This is the time. Everybody's getting hip to the knowledge.
Yeah, I could see that.
But according to law, right? And they probably gonna try and violate this. According to law, if you're not a U.S. citizen, this is not supposed to apply to you. According to law, when they bring in these United Nations troops, like they're already bringing in through the state of Maine, all of their statutes and everything apply to you. This is why the government is actually offering benefits, right? Like they're talking about giving people 2 checks, $1,000 each, and so on and so forth. They would generally, come by and do a censure, right? They mailed the damn thing. They're mailing out the censure reports this year. They're mailing them to people. But for everyone that accept those benefits, think about all this stuff. Now, why would the government offered, to give you 2 free checks. Remember, with every government benefit that you accept, you're giving them authority. You're giving them, the authority to tell you what to do. They're telling people you can't evict no one right now. If you're behind on rent, even if you're going in foreclosure, they're excusing that for 90 days, for 3 months, even with foreclosure. And they're saying, they're trying to get I think 900 hotels in California to put people in for so-called hospital beds. 900 hotels, right? In California to put. They're anticipating this many people being sick, man. This enable trips with hospitals on for people that they anticipated being sick, right? And so when you accept all of these benefits, they're even telling you got cell phone companies saying that if you don't pay your cell phone bill, they're not going to turn it off. And so the way that my mind works, the reason they don't want your damn cell phone off is they want to be able to track you, because that cell phone is a tracking device. They can track you everywhere you go, man. Everywhere you go with that cell phone. So you're gonna have people that, if this thing gets really bad and the gun grabbers start coming and kicking in people's doors, you're gonna have people running around with the damn cell phones, turned on, and they're gonna know exactly where you are, man, and just track you down, man.
I do sign language after
gonna get serious, bro. But let me ask you something, Tazadaq, about the secure party creditors.
But brother Kelly just came in. What you got, Kelly?
Yes. Hey, shalom, Mark. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Best that I could be considering the circumstances.
Yeah, they I work at UCLA, and they shut it down till April 17th. So I won't be back to work till next month, maybe, how long this thing will go down though. But they started shutting it down last week. They sent all the students home, and it's 18 cases on campus, including the chancellor. He caught it. He got it from somebody else.
Wow, man.
Yeah, so they had to shut the whole school down. Yeah, so
I mean, you've been, supposedly an enlightened mind, working at UCLA, one of the probably most prestigious universities in the world. Do you think this is made up? Do you think 5G is causing this just based on the people around you that's actually, got infected by this coronavirus? Do you think this is made up? What is your perspective?
No, I don't think 5G had nothing to do with it. Everybody trying to, I've reading on Facebook and stuff saying 5G, and some sister is one of my Facebook friends. She's saying 5G might have caused it though, but I talked to a couple of students, and one of the students said that and what was that part? Where is it? China, Wuhan, China?
Right, Wuhan, China.
It was a video on Facebook that it saw a Chinese dude was eating a bat, a dead bat, and somehow he was eating it. He was eating it, and then all of a sudden he had sneezed or something, and then what did you call that, phlegm or spit, whatever, it got all over the place, and that's how the outbreak started. And then another, the student was telling me they had some planes coming in from China and stuff like that. People from China was coming off the planes that was already infected, but by the time they got in, it was too late. They couldn't stop them from coming in, and that's how it got over here.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. I remember when they was telling people that Chinese Americans that belong stateside, they was telling them to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they was trying to test those people, then the United States didn't have the proper test kits. They wasn't working. So that's how a lot of infected people got in the United States. They didn't want to use the test kits that China was using. They were suggesting that we'll create our own. And so when they trying to create those, they wasn't working. So they couldn't properly, effectively test for it. Now it's running amok in New York. It's just going crazy. I mean, we went from a few cases the other day to damn near 4,000 now.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
In
That's so
2016,
dense in there, man.
Yeah,
you still have people saying it's not real. Like
it's
the
more,
guy on Facebook, the Mackey guy on Facebook that's pushing a lot of these videos that's saying the 5G is killing people. The coronavirus is not what's killing people. He's saying the vaccines is going to kill people when they get injected. Now, I don't take vaccines. I don't. I'm against it. I don't believe in it. I'm against that. I don't take any kind of vaccine. Like none of my sons has actually ever been vaccinated, and you know one of them's 11 now. He's never had any problems. And each time you try to go to a physician, oh yeah, we consider that vaccination. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But then again, I don't classify myself as a United States citizen. I classify myself as an American national, right? So I tell them their statutes and so on and so forth doesn't apply to me. But that's my stance. And so they look at me as if I'm crazy. I told them I exist outside of your society. I'm not part of your society. There has to be a contract according to the Constitution, Article 1, Section 10, Clause 1. No state could pass any obligation impairing the obligation of contract. So all these people that became 14th Amendment citizens is by way of that contract, by volunteering. And there's various ways of volunteering, birth certificate, and so on and so forth. And I know this conversation might sound a little bit crazy, but it makes sense to people that's actually been doing research. So now, I guess people like me don't seem so deranged anymore, because citizens is who they can literally give orders to, right? It's kind of like them like giving an order to these people that they call illegal aliens. Well, an illegal aliens would essentially be someone that's expatriated themselves from the United States. And you be an intelligent man, when you leave the phone, the call, go and check out 28 USC 3002, subsection 15A, and see what that says the United States really is. It tells you that the United States is a federal corporation that is not a country.
Right.
It specifically says that in their statutes. And they would stand and argue with us and say, well, that's not true. That's not true. Don't believe those guys. Something's very wrong here, man. Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
Yeah, the last time I got a flu shot, I got a real bad headache. And that was the last time I got a flu shot. I said never again, And every time I go to the hospital to get a checkup and they try to give me the flu shot, I try to hurry up and run out of there without getting it, because
I just tell them straight up, I am not getting it. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. I don't consent, and you better not touch my body. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not getting it, and you better not touch my body, or I will defend myself. In self-defense, I will use whatever force necessary to defend myself. That's my right as a man. That's a God-given right, right? That's a God-given right. I may not get them all.
Right.
The first few, the example that I put on them, because I'm going to go back into combat mode. The example that I put on them, it might be enough to scare the other ones off. But if not, at least I go down fighting, man.
Right.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Common law, man. God-given right.
That's how you got to be, man. Too many people have actually become complacent, right? And so our rights are consistently being violated. Now, think about it. How can one man, because when you start looking at maxims of law, right? Maxim of law states that we're all equal under the law, right? So how can one man tell another man that you don't have a right to do something if we're all equal under the law? And in a public servant capacity, they're supposed to be under us, because all government authority comes from the governed. That's in the Declaration of Independence, right? It comes from the authority of the governed, and the governed being the people. So the people elected or selected public officials to protect them. They literally supposed to be public servants, right? And so it even goes on to say, when these rights are violated, it is the duty, it becomes the duty of the people to replace that government, to abolish or replace it to one that's going to function. The people are free to do that now. You know what's happened? The government has actually become a 5,000-pound gorilla, and the people has actually become like spider monkeys. They fear it. They fear it, man. They fear it. And I'm not being radical. I'm just, hey, man, I'm just an aggrieved man trying to stand for his rights. That's it.
Yeah.
That's true, man.
And speaking of the food, one of the brothers I know, he went to the market and he was trying to get him like at least 11 packs of meat, and they told him he can only get like 2 packs of meat.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of like agree with that, because yesterday was the first time I seen toilet tissue, and I have it stored up and buried somewhere. But I was just going for some extra, and there was a few other packs I could have taken, but then my mind said, "What about my fellow man? What about people that may not have it?" So I left some there. I'm not going to be one of those jackasses that try and take it and then go and sell it online for 3 times the amount. You even had businesses that was doing that. The Federal Trade Commission, you know, and what is that other thing that cracks down on people that's doing illegal business? Consumer Affairs. Consumer Affairs are getting hundreds, if not thousands, of cases every day from these so-called retailers that's been upselling things for more than what they're worth, because that's against their laws, man. It's against their statutes. So you got a lot of people that's actually been doing that. Even retailers, they've been pushing the things up, and many people have been calling in and complaining about it because the prices are just, you know, going high. That's crazy.
Right? Yeah, they're just rationing what I do inside the house now. We're rationing, and
Right.
retailers have to ration now. You know, 1 per day. So that's and that isn't that just some sort of like kind of like not martial law, but some
Right.
control.
Yeah. Right.
If they're not gonna say like, hey, we're in martial law.
Right. Right. They're not gonna say that. You're right.
It's here, but we're just ignorant to what the signs are. So it's just the you know, you go with your spirit and your gut, and you see the signs, and if things are going downhill, man, you really gotta hunker down, I think. But I don't know if I want to be on the streets here in the next week. So the streets are, I mean, they're already bare, but what I've been hearing, something else is going to happen, underlining, you know, behind the scenes. So this is it. Whether it's good or bad, I think we're in for the long haul.
Yeah, we're in the trenches now, man. We're in the trenches now to those that could receive it, man. Now, did you guys see what was going on in England? How they was already rioting, looting stores, because the people couldn't get food. They breaking in stores and looting. It's pretty crazy in England right now.
England, yeah, I think they would, because they're kind of oppressed anyways, more than the United States, I would say. But that they'll stand up, man. They haven't had their revolution yet, so I don't know if what they're I think that the whole thing back over there is it's broad, and I think they're gonna cause kind of a repercussion. People see that on TV, they're gonna want to do it here in the United States.
Right.
I think we've been good so far. Nobody's been rioting. We've been doing what we're told, from what I've seen. But if you see all these other, you know, our sister countries acting up, then people are going to start learning that. I think we got to keep a positive attitude no matter what. You know, meditating, whatever you do. I've been self teaching myself about, you know, the other properties of the body and what's out there, not just what's going on, chaos. I think if everybody unites that way consciously, I think we can get through this.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to show you guys a short video of what's going on in England right here. This is England. Yesterday, George Chang, call in. Come on,
oh my gosh.
George Chang, come over on YouTube, 2 disciples, and call in.
It's a mud thing, innit? So what were you saying though? What did you see this shit happening? What did you see this? Is it? Oh, they got what they been like kettle.
I couldn't really see it. I couldn't really see it, but I can hear the chaos. Man.
They're gonna enforce more for more. Watch this, watch this. That's the store. It's all over England. Look at that. Look at that. What's the point of that? How's that going to protect them against the coronavirus? See, this is civil unrest right here. All over
Oh shit!
That's civil unrest right there to its fullest. And you know what's going to happen? A similar thing that actually happened in Baltimore. Like when these people like participated in stuff like that, they got a lot of their faces on camera and they went out and they picked them up later.
Oh man, that's crazy. Surveillance.
Yeah, that right there, man. That, I mean, why are you going into a clothing store? Huh? With the clothes going to protect you from coronavirus? That was totally uncalled for.
Yeah, is the toilet paper going to protect you from coronavirus?
Right. It was just crazy right there, man.
Well, that's like when they're you're taking somebody out of their slumber, waking up to the reality of chaos, and they're just doing what they think they're gonna do, which is irrational. But my wife and I, our instincts are pretty strong, man. We just a couple weeks ago we just thought we should buy $400 worth of groceries and just hit it, and then we slowly go out and just grab what we can. But when's it gonna not gonna be there anymore? I think that's when people will take to the streets. They don't have the supply. I hope they keep the supply going, but that's the real worry when people are forced to, the grocery stores will have no food, and then the fast food restaurants will run out of supply. Where they're gonna go? We're gonna go against ourselves, and they're gonna be looting, trying to find, naturally, we try to find supplies somewhere else, somebody's house. And that's the scary thing.
Right. Yeah, and so that's where you gotta be able to protect yourself. Right? That's why you have to be able to protect yourself and your family, because if people can't eat, they're gonna try to take it from other people. That's when it's gonna become very dangerous. And
Right.
it's gonna get very dangerous. Yeah.
So protect yourself. I don't know if you want to. I was thinking about getting some 2x4s and reinforcing my doors or something like that. The windows are, put some plywood against. I don't know, man. I've never done this before, and I hope we don't have to. But it looks like it's gonna, slowly happen. Predictions are. But then again, I'm hearing intel that's saying it's gonna be quick. This virus will go away quick. What does that mean? They have a cure already. I've already heard about some kind of name of a medicine, it's chloridoxin or something like that. That can get rid of it in 6 days.
Really?
You ever heard of that?
No, I haven't. I've heard of several other things that they're saying that you could use to get rid of it. But I mean, I've seen people that's actually literally saying that they had it and they seem okay now, but you never
Yeah,
know.
the body.
Yeah, you just never know. What I believe is that even when they after they give the all clear that they allege that the virus has passed, I think lots of people are going to still be popping up with it later. That's what I think. I think lots of people is going to be popping up with it later, and I think they're going to start trying to enforce mandatory vaccinations based on this virus. That's going to be what comes after they say that, hey, you know what, we got a cure. Because what these public officials are saying, they're not anticipating a cure for and if it's a virus, remember, there's no cure for a virus according to them. But a vaccine, they're saying a year to 18 months. They're just anticipating it passing when it gets warmer. That, they're just basing it on the time frame that it reached its zenith in China, which was approximately 45 days. Now, but what's bad about that is there's now more cases in Italy than there was in China.
Yeah, a lot of the doctors are dying over there in China. I mean, over there in Italy.
Yeah.
What happened? Why is it so concentrated in Italy now?
Well, maybe they didn't take it as, like a lot of these American citizens, they're saying it's not real. Maybe that was the case. Maybe they didn't issue lockdowns. And so that's why this government over here is saying that we're gonna be stricter. We're gonna like shelter in place, because New York's trying to enforce that now. Shelter in place. But California.
Yeah, that's a new word.
Yeah.
Shelter in place. I had to read that 3 times to understand that.
Well, I understand.
Shelter in place.
That's actually a military command, actually. Shelter in place is what we was given when there was going to be like a biological or nuclear attack. That means you go to a room where there's no windows and you could actually be protected from a nuclear blast or biological warfare that you stay right there in that place, in that room, and you don't leave until the all clear is given. But the way that they're making it sound, it's making it sound that, well, you just, stay in the areas where you're in and your community. That's not really what shelter in place means. If you go and look it back up, it's an old military term that was used for biological warfare.
Yeah. So that does that mean that just where it's becoming a military country, ran by the military? Does that mean that the military is giving orders to all departments right now? I mean, that's it's odd. We hear that and we're just like, damn, that's a military order.
Right.
So what? So they're just is it a military takeover? You think? I mean, I'm not scared because I believe that our military is good, but some of them, some of it, they're just taking orders, and that's scary too. But I have to have like a good heart with the leaders, the patriots. I guess my Liberty group. I have to have faith that that they're wanting just to get rid of this old system and be done with it. And that's what I think. And for me and my family, I can't be fear mongering and making people act crazy because I'm the father. The father's got to teach the wise word and go with my gut. So,
hey, Jonah Matic 85, you could click the link to come in and speak. We're dealing with the third trumpet now, Jonah Matic. You could call in and speak. 2 O's is actually already passed.
I appreciate you having me on the show, man. By the way.
Yeah, no problem.
Tazadaq?
Yeah.
Is that how you say the name?
Yeah, Tazadaq, whatever, same thing. In the Bible is Zadaq.
Salam alaikum.
Oh yeah, that's Islam. I'm not Muslim.
Well, I used to work with a Muslim kid. He's a really good guy, man. Me and him.
Oh yeah,
do all the conspiracies.
I'm not Muslim. Yeah. So, T Mac, you wanna Joe Moore? I'm not sure what happened to you. You could actually never speak. I would love to hear what's going on in Detroit now. T Mac, you could click on the link and call in. The link's right there in the room. Joe Moore, what happened to you calling in? What's going on in Michigan? So, Kelly, are you in Cali?
Yeah, I'm in LA.
Yeah, so what's did you hear about you guys having a stay-at-home order?
Yep. I heard I was looking through Facebook and I saw it, and first I didn't believe it, and then I clicked it on to the YouTube, and then I saw the governor was talking about it, and I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Because because what I'm worried about, because see, right now they ain't deployed no National Guards or nothing right now, but so everybody's off the street. They gave us a curfew, like you was talking about. If if you get caught out, they want to know where you're going. The only way you can do is go to the grocery store, gas station, and that's it. Or you can go outside and for exercise and stuff like that.
Right.
But as far as going to clubs and movies, no, they shut all that stuff down and everything. So
where's the curfew at?
California.
Los Angeles, California.
The whole
not just I'm in Illinois.
Oh yeah, the whole state of California.
The whole state. He issued it to 40 million people.
Yeah.
40 million people in about California.
Yeah, San Francisco shut down too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it started there before it kind of hit Los Angeles County. There was a sticker over there. Yeah, in the Bay Area. But he already 2 days ago he put the National Guard on standby.
Right.
So you may not see them, but they're literally there. And troops, I've been getting intel about troop build up in their states and their cities, and they've been seeing like military vehicles being transported on railroad tracks, like just coming in.
Yeah. But the thing is, what I'm worried about, if it gets worse, would they do something like an airstrike or try to nuke a city or something? Because I mean, because I used to work, them zombie apocalypse movies. They'll do something like that, or any like that movie called Outbreak. But,
yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry. I'm worrying it's not going to help, right? But why, man? I used to read a lot of Wayne Dyer stuff, right? He said that it doesn't make sense to worry about things that you can't, that you could change, because instead of worrying about it, just go out and change it. And there doesn't make sense about things to worry about that you can't change, because despite how much you worry, it's never going to change. So worrying is never going to help you. Like you got to deal with like a cause, or try to find some solution. Right now, what's your contingency plan? What's your contingency plan? If they do, because if it gets like really, really bad, they're already talking about in New York to stop you from going from county to county, right? They don't want it transported from one county into another county. What if they impose that across state lines? You can't go from this state to that state.
Right.
Because that was the number one method that it was first being transmitted by, is by people that's traveling. People, like people that got it in Virginia, it was someone that brought it down from New York.
Right.
So travelers, those people are really not taking it to heart, but maybe carrying it.
Speaking of Virginia, why that's the only state that's not infected?
No, I heard that they did get infected. A 50-some-year-old man in Norfolk, Virginia, was the first one that was infected there.
Right.
Yeah. So every state's been infected now. All so-called 50 states has actually been affected.
What about Alaska?
Oh,
Alaska too.
I mean, they're saying that everyone that's a part of the United States, every state's actually been affected. Yep.
Well, here it is, guys. This is the test. We get out of this alive, man. We learned a lot, and how our government's treating us, and I think there is a change, a revolution, man. I don't want to be out there looting and pillaging, but I think there's a psychological revolution we need to.
Yeah.
Think, for me, at least, kind of rethink about what you have in your house, your family. What you got to be appreciative of what you have right now, even though this is happening.
Right.
Your livelihood could be, affected. But I think, like you said, Wayne Dyer, I love that guy, man, because you look inside, and you see what you got. That's the power we got. We can manifest a lot right now. You can just open up your mind. I think that it's not magic. I think science has to do with it too. But they said, if you meditate, you can keep this virus away from you.
People got to start pulling their own strings. Yeah.
Yeah, this is time to wake up the X-Men. We're gonna be X-Men here. Wake up. We got powers too. So
yeah.
Say hello to my wife.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm about to run out. I need to see if I could get me some more ammo. So I'm about to bring this to a close, man.
All right.
Okay, yeah. It's been good talking to you. I appreciate it.
All right. Be safe. Hey, everybody.
Okay.
All right. Shalom.
Thanks, guys.